One stop, two stops.
Hi, welcome to our advanced flash class at the Beyond Photography Academy. And today we're going to learn how to shoot products and portraiture combined into one photo. These are the sort of photos that we're going to be shooting today. So what everybody is doing is declaring their F number and the shoot concept.
Three stops?
I think we go with 4.
And this is what our tutorial is all about today. How does the photo look like? Is this the one?
This one. Okay. So let's.
Right, so it's light up on one
Flash.
side of the face and then dark on the other side of the face, and then this is bright and then it's dark.
like this.
Here will be a shadow side.
Right.
We can create
Let's do
that
this.
script by
This, my dear friends, is what we're going to be shooting today. A photo that combines product lighting and portraiture lighting. If you realize, most of the commercial shoot, what they do is that they Photoshop in the product separately from the portrait. That would be so much easier to shoot and handle. But because this is advanced flash class, we're going to do it on the spot. What we have at the front, it's actually a perfume bottle. It may look like a grenade to you. It's actually a beautiful perfume bottle by Gucci. What we're going to have is to have a specular highlight running from the top of the cap right to the bottom of the perfume. And this specular highlight, we want it to be brighter. We want it to be F16. And this perfume is going to have a F4 shadow on the other side of the perfume. That is going to be managed by the first light. The second light is going to be on a reverse umbrella. What we try to achieve is to have the right side of the model one stop brighter than the left side of the model. So in other words, you're going to have the face F11 on the right side and F8 on the left side. We want to have the model's face slightly darker than the perfume, so the attention actually goes to the perfume. So this is going to be one stop darker. So the foreground, which is the perfume, which is probably going to be the main subject, is going to be one stop brighter than the girl. But at the same time, we want both of them to be equally sharp. That is going to be handled by the second light and shining her face at F11. We're going to have a spray of mist coming out from the perfume. How we're going to do this, whether to use a spray bottle or to use the perfume and spraying it and then photoshopping of the finger, we're going to decide later. We need to see how much space we actually have. And this is going to be light up with a backlight. Flash number 3, which is going to shine on F8. And the fourth light is going to be a highlight. It's going to be a fine rim light. It's going to outline the model from the back. And because the model's face is F11, we want to have this rim light 2 stops under, which is F5.6. Now, having said this, the portion that separates the perfume and the model is going to be F4. We want it to be slightly darker. And this whole shoot is going to be done at an aperture of F16. So when you see a lighting diagram like this, you always use the highest F number to shoot. And the standard ISO we're going to use is ISO 200. For any studio shoots that you do, you like to keep your ISO the lowest possible. Like I always say, it's an international standard. And the shutter speed, we're going to play by ear. We're going to see how bright the background is. So it's going to be 1/100 of a second or 1/200 of a second. Let's do this shot. As promised, we're going to gaffer this up because we really want to have a feel of how the film photographers work. They don't get to see the LCD. And this whole tutorial is to show you what happens when you know the formula, inverse square law, and you have a light meter to confirm. So we're going to gaffer this up, and immediately you feel like you are shooting in the film day. So we cannot see what we're doing.
it's a digital black box.
I don't know, it's just getting yourself into trouble. Like 85 is fine, but I know that the umbrella is going to be too broad now. So what you need to do is you're going to choke the umbrella a little bit. This is called choking the umbrella. That's going to make sure that it doesn't provide too much of a big coverage, because if you look at this, you notice that only this part of the face is being lit up, right? So what we need to do is choke the umbrella. This looks good. So now we need to understand is that how many stops do we lose when we use the umbrella? Okay, what do we need? We need F11 here, right? Okay, F11 is supposed to be what distance?
We calibrate 1 feet.
With the umbrella.
All right, this is where I want you to film a student that answer wrongly. Say hi.
Hello.
1 feet cannot give you F11. Oh, you're talking about with the umbrella.
With the umbrella.
With the
umbrella.
reverse umbrella.
With the umbrella.
This is where you film a trainer going wrong.
We're not on the standard table anymore.
Right.
For this
So-
specific light.
Having said this, okay, you're talking about 1 feet away. So 1 feet away from where?
1 foot away from the subject.
I know.
From here. From here to here.
Okay, so that means the light is going to be very close.
3 feet, right? Now
So the light is going to be very close. She's going to be here. So that means that we have to shoot from an angle, which means that this light now has to come over here, isn't it?
Yep. Still always at 3 feet.
Right? And this is it. Okay? We have too many light stands now. Okay? Don't worry, we tweak it from there, and then that's about it. We have one for the rim light. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now this is where we need to
Light source tracing.
light source tracing. Light source tracing is a process where you take a flag and you figure out how you're going to get the specular highlight reflection. Specular highlight is the pure perfect reflection of the light source. We're going to see where that comes in. This is it. So what we need to do is to have one more light stand
light.
here,
Like
bouncing it against this flag, and from this flag to this perfume, we're talking about 3 feet. So what is 3 feet? At F16? So what power do we need to set on our flash? We need F16, right? And we need 3 feet to get a good specular highlight. But in 1/8, 3 feet is how much?
2 feet.
It's supposed to be 1/4. Now we need to do is, we need to figure out whether we can measure all this light. All right, Jesslyn, let's get into position. By the way, let us introduce to you our model. To do a shot like this, you need a very professional model that's going to stand there and stay still for the next
Half an hour, I think.
half an hour. And this
Set
is
up all
not
the
easy
lights.
task, because what happens is that you notice that we have the light for the perfume, and it's very close lighting, so it's going to be a bit uncomfortable, but thank you so much. It's always a pleasure working with Jesslyn.
Hi.
You see the nozzle in the shot, so it should be turned.
But we don't get this now. Okay, it's all right. I tell you what. We got to decide now whether we want to show the nozzle or we want that beautiful.
The nozzle,
I
with
think
the
we go
nozzle
without the
better,
spray.
right?
Go without the spray.
Then we don't need that light.
Correct.
Or I tell you what, we go without the spray first. Let's put the nozzle back. Let's put the cap back on. Right. Okay. That not so much. Not so much. You're gonna break this, you know. I seriously think that we don't even need to do this shot now. What we need to do is that flash turn on. We're gonna measure. If we do this correctly, this side of the face is gonna be f8. All right. Let's go, Manny.
F8. That's how it's
F8.
done.
And then this side of the face is supposed to be one stop brighter.
F11.
F11. Let's go. Good. That means that umbrella is in place.
It's doing
Laxton is perfect. Now we got to see whether this perfume is affected because you just turn on one light. F16. F11. How did they become darker? Someone moved. This is where we all look at him. Someone moved, right? One more time. Go. F16. You see, just a little bit movement from you would close the light and you lose that one stop. That's a crazy ringtone. A head banging one. All right, if you do this correctly, this is supposed to be F4. Hit me. F8. All right, that
the
means that
umbrella
that
is tossing.
umbrella is lighting this part up. So what you need to do, cool, you need to turn the umbrella, right, rotate it, more. So you're actually closing the angle. Let's try that one more time. Go. F8. I'm not going to worry too much about it. One of the way is that you choke the umbrella a little bit, but by doing so, we're going to lose a lot of different F number now. Okay, let's do, oh, okay, let's do it one more time.
We're looking for F8.
8. Right, here is supposed to be 4. Go. 5.6, not too bad, close enough. This is supposed to be still 11. F11 it is. All right, now what's left is the rim light. I'm not gonna worry about the rim light. I'm just gonna put that flash there, and I know that this is the main light. So what I need to do is divide the value of this by 4. Why do you divide by 4? Because you want it to be 2 stop under. Let's bring the light to the back. Okay, what happens is that now we have, when you're putting the light, the rim light at the back, and this is how many feet from her? 3 feet. What we try to achieve is we're not going to worry about this so much. Just make sure that your flash, the main light to her, and the rim light to her is the same distance. What you need to do is just divide the value by 4, because you want to achieve 2 stop under on the rim light. So what is the value here? 1 over 2. 2 stop down is 1 over 8. Good. We're done. You all right, bro? I don't know about you, but it's a bit stressful. But we're going to do fine. Formulas don't lie, isn't it, Manny?
Yeah.
Focus 1/3 into the scene. And bam. Destroy the set. We're going to go take a look at this and see how well we actually do. All right?
Jesslyn finally gets a rest. She's been there for just
Not
about
too
half
bad.
an hour.
Just about half an hour. All right? Yeah. So this is going to be one single take, and let's see what happens. All right? Come. Ta-da! Yeah? Yeah? One click.
Gets a rest. She's been there for just about half an hour.
Just about half an hour, all right? So this is going to be one single take, and let's see what happens. Ta-da! Yeah? Yeah? Look at his face. One click.
Hey, where's the spray?
What spray?
Yeah. Go spray one, bro.
Guys! Do you all realize we didn't do the spraying part? No one cares.